Chariots of Fire. What an amazing movie. What an amazing race. And here your child is busy running a race. A rather obscure race this year, because most of it has had to take place with online teaching. Good day. My name is Peter Templeton, and I have the privilege of teaching your child mathematical literacy this year. My contact details are ptempleton@stpatricks.co.za. If you have any questions with regards to this presentation or your child's progress, please feel free to email me at any time. Let's have a look at the content that's been covered thus far. We've looked at basic skills. By that we mean basic number systems, percentages, ratios and rate, and various graphs. Under the section of finance, we've looked at financial documents, budgets, cost and selling price, break-even analysis, tariff systems, by that we mean electricity and water tariffs. We've looked at various forms of interest, both simple and compound. We've looked at banking, inflation, loans, unemployment fund, exchange rates, and then of course tax. Under the section of measurements, we've looked at converting between different metrics units, the conversions between different systems, time, temperatures. We've calculated perimeter, area, surface area, and volumes. We've also looked at various travel tables. Under the sections of maps and plans, we've looked at compass directions. We've studied national road maps. We've interpreted distance charts, strip maps, street maps, housing complex maps, elevation and route maps. We've looked in detail at scale, floor plans. We've compared various travel options, and then we've calculated speed, distance, time. Under the heading of data handling, we've looked at mean, median, mode, range. We've learned to represent data with bar graphs, double bar graphs, histograms, and line graphs. And this year we've looked in detail at quartiles, interquartile range. We've drawn box and whisker diagrams, and we've studied percentile graphs. Finally then, probability. We've looked at the various ways of expressing probability. We've looked at tree diagrams and two-way tables. The content to be covered in Term 4. We have now completed our syllabus completely, and so all that remains for us to do is do a number of past papers as revision. So students will be given various past papers to go through, and please understand, the more they do, the better prepared they'll be for those final exams. The mark breakdown and weightings. A final CAS mark, also known as a continuous assessment mark, will be made up of a portfolio, consisting of the best of 2 tests and 2 projects or assignments. Test 1 and Test 2 each count 15%. The assignments each count 15%. And please understand, although we look for the best possible test and best possible assignment, it must be remembered that all 4 topics need to be represented in these assessments. And then the prelim paper also contributes towards that final CAS mark. And the prelims will each count 20%. Finally, it is vital that students who are not at school follow the online lessons. Even more important, it is imperative that pupils do as many past papers as possible before their final examinations. Again, please feel free to contact me on ptempleton@stpatricks.co.za if you have any questions with regards to this presentation or your child's progress. The September exam format. The September exam, also known as the prelims, consists of 2 papers, a paper 1 and a paper 2. Each one is 3 hours long, and each one is out of 100 and 50 marks. Although both papers contain the same content, they will be delivered at different levels. And we have 4 levels. We have level 1, which is basic knowledge, level 2, which is applying that knowledge, level 3, which consists of multi-step procedures, or a calculation that consists of more than 1 or 2 steps. And finally, level 4 is reasoning and reflecting. You can see there that paper 1 is more known as the easier paper because it has more basic knowledge. 60% of the paper is the knowledge, 35% of the paper is applying that basic knowledge, and only 5% is multi-step procedures. There is no reasoning or reflecting in paper 1. However, paper 2, which is also known as the more challenging paper, consists of no level 1 type questions. 25% is applying basic routine, 35% is more complex questions, and 40% of that paper is reasoning and reflecting. That basically means that after both papers are written, 30% in total is for level 1, 30% for level 2, 20% for multi-step procedures, and 20% for reasoning and reflecting.